Is Twitter shadow banning? Hiding people's tweets? Well, the short answer to that is yes. Yes, they are. At least since January of 2018, where Project Veritas came out with their hidden camera footage of Twitter managers and engineers, right out admitting, yeah, it's something we're working on, where we're trying to get the shitty people not to show up. Well, that footage then forced Jack and Twitter to come out and say, well, but we're only helping increase the collective health, openness, and civility of public conversation. 1 month later, they made a blog post stating, today we use policies, human review processes, and machine learning to help us determine how tweets are organized and presented in communal places like conversations and search. So that's not really news. In this video, I will not only show you that they are shadow banning people, but how they are doing it. As of this recording, we have identified 3 different kinds of shadow ban. We have the search ban, the thread shadow ban, and the newest introduction to the family, the QFD shadow ban. Let's start with the search ban. The search ban is the easiest to spot. The Twitter search offers various kinds of modifiers which allow you to narrow down your search results. In this case, we use the from modifier in combination with a Twitter handle or username. And as you can see, if you do that, only tweets made by this one particular user are showing up in the results. As indicated, my account doesn't have a search ban, so my tweets show up here. Let's have a look at an account, or at the search results for an account, which does have a search ban. No results. We can have a look at the profile of Jackie Chan's. And as you can see, Jackie Chan, whoever that might be, has made 1 tweet back in 2007. But anyway, that tweet should show up. But it doesn't. Therefore, we know Jackie Chan does have a search ban. Now, the search ban is quite rare. As far as we know, the search ban only applies to accounts which are doing things like aggressive following, which means that you are following hundreds, maybe thousands of accounts in a matter of minutes or an hour or so. Then the search ban will be applied to that account. The search ban also is mostly temporary, so you will get out of it in maybe 24 or 48 hours. It's not a permanent shadow ban. Continuing with the thread shadow ban. In my opinion, this one is the nastiest of them all because it leads to confusion. What does that look like? Let's start with an account again, which does not have a thread ban, which would be the account of Stephen Levy's. Here you can see I'm visiting this tweet, which is a reply to Jack. Since this is a reply to another tweet, the tweet he is replying to shows up on top of it. If you have an account though, which does have a thread ban, you can see here this tweet is replying to my Stormy, but up here there is no tweet. You can't see to what he actually has replied. In fact, this account, Mandemic007, also has a thread ban. You can see answers down here, replies down here. If I'm clicking on this reply, again, you can see the reply, but you can't see to what this is a reply to. This means Mandemic007 does have a thread ban. So if I were to, let's say, were to retweet that, and then have a look at my profile, all my followers can see this. Now, if my followers now click on this tweet, they will see this tweet. But again, they don't see to what this is a reply to. And you can imagine sometimes someone is replying to someone or something, and you don't know what this tweet is a reply to. So it rips apart whole conversations. Well, that apparently to Twitter and Jack is helping healthy conversations. I don't know. Last but not least, we have the QFD Shadowban. QFD is short for Quality Filter Discrimination. The quality filter is a newly introduced search filter, just like filtering your tweets by location or language. And this affects really what Twitter is all about. So I put the word out about anything, putting a hashtag on it. Now if people are looking at the feed, and this only applies to the latest actually, because top is determined by other algorithms, to pick and choose what is a top tweet, what's not. But as you can see already, my tweet doesn't show up here. What's not in there? It's nowhere to be found. Well, as I said, this is a search filter. So you have to open this up on the left side, and there you see quality filter on. So it's enabled by default. Oh yes, I can disable the quality filter, and what do you know? There it is. There's my tweet. Now I've seen plenty of people already go, well, yeah, then just disable it and you're fine. Well, it's not quite as easy, because when I'm issuing the same search again, it's gone. Why is that? Because the quality filter is enabled by default, and you can't persist the setting. You can't save the option quality filter off. Every time, each and every time you issue a search request, the quality filter is enabled again. I can disable it. The next time I search for whatever, it's enabled again. Finally, let's get to the big question. Do these shadow bans have a political bias? Are conservative or right-leaning accounts more affected than left-leaning ones? I can answer this question only for the QFD Shadowban, since this is the one we've been focusing on. The answer there, though, is yes, it definitely looks like it. We analyzed several accounts of, again, right as well as left-leaning people, including their followers. Not only that there seems to be a political bias, but also this QFD Shadowban, so the determination whether your tweets are hidden with the enabled quality filter or not. This determination is not based on the content of your tweets. Twitter is not analyzing the text. Twitter is not analyzing what you are saying. We have determined that the more people which are affected by the QFD follow a certain account, the more likely it is that this account again will fall into the QFD Shadowban itself. In fact, we have managed to get accounts out of the QFD Shadowban by simply having accounts which aren't affected follow that account. So this is not about quality of discussions. This is not about the content of your tweets. This is not about people posting mean things on the internet. Because, again, what became apparent is Twitter doesn't analyze the content of the tweets. The fact that somebody is affected by the QFD Shadowban or not is not determined by what you are writing, but who you are associating with. Who do you follow? Who is following you?